Hello, welcome back to the Friday vlog. Thank God it's Friday, yeah? What's everybody got planned on the weekend? I'll show you what's in the day. It's not a great deal. Forward planning, get all the work out the way through the week. Work like hell means you get an early finish on a Friday. So, this is what I've got in today, and I'll come back to you when I've been around. First up, as you know, the Volvo S80 that I have the first chance back of is for sale. So we'll have a quick walk around this, and if anybody out there is after a car, contact us. Either come on my Facebook page and contact us directly, or just simply leave a message. It's a bit difficult talking on YouTube, but leave a message if you're interested and let us know. So we'll swing the camera around. It hasn't been cleaned or nothing, but it's a Volvo S80 D5 automatic. It's the SC model, so it's got all the nice spec. And as you've already seen on a few of the videos, it's had the daylight running lights all switched off, so you don't have 14 lights burning all the time on it. It's had the heated seats turned up to the max, so the heated seats work spot on. When I owned it, it had a full Volvo, direct from Volvo, timing belt, kit, water pump, and genuine Volvo antifreeze. And I know a guy in a garage, they're like a specialist Volvo garage. For the money he was going to ask to do it, I just didn't even bother wasting my time doing it. So it's been done at a specialist Volvo garage, and that was only less than a year ago. Gearbox, automatic box, has been flushed out, as you've seen if you go back from my previous videos multiple times. So the fluid on that's running nice and clean. It's had brand new discs and pads, premium ones, if you can see. I don't know if you can see through the wheels. Just done 2 weeks ago, as well as 2 front drop links, because I had a bit of a knock and rattle at the front. It's also got these Michelin cross climate tyres, which I paid £220 odd for the two, so it's already set to go if we hit any more bad weather, which I hope we don't. So that's those done. Back tyres are also brand new, as well as they've got the new discs and pads as of when I got the car, which will be pushing about 8 or 9 months ago. What else is it? It's had absolutely loads done. All of the underbody injected with cavity wax and wax oiled. And to be quite honest, these old Volvos, they don't really rust anyway. So it's one of those things where we've protected it, but they don't rust anyway. One other thing we fixed as well, the only issue the car had when I had it was this passenger's window didn't work. We've had all the door card off and repaired that, so now all 4 windows work as they should. But we all know the common Volvo issue. The sunroof doesn't work, but it's nothing to do with the sunroof. It's the fact the battery's gone in the alarm siren, which I've removed the fuse from it to stop any battery drain, and that's problem solved. And when you've got air conditioning and stuff anyway, it's not such a big deal to have the sunroof working. So I've got all the factory fitted LED lights, brake lights on these, and I can truly tell you this is a cracking car. Factory fit parking sensors. When I had this car, if you remember at the beginning of COVID, when fuel prices dropped to like insane amounts, I filled this car up, and it's the only car that I know, there will be others out there, where you can get triple figures on your fuel readout, your range distance. I think it had something like 1,050 miles to a tank. So in one tank of fuel on this car, you can do 1,050 miles. Probably a lot more if you drive it easy. Absolutely cracking car, so comfortable to drive. I really am tempted to have it back, but then it's pathetic really having yet another car. Side impact protection, you've got all the memory seats, full electric windows. Like I've mentioned now, you don't have to drive around with your headlights burning all the time. Lovely interior, electric folding mirrors, CD player, typical Volvo sound system, absolutely great. And like I've said, the heated seats now are working very toasty. Nice bit of light coming in through the sunroof. Just lovely car. Really like it myself. Be ashamed to see it go. I'm even debating checking what the tone weights are on it and seeing if I can get a cheap tow bar for it. And it might be a good backup car for myself. If I decide to sell the Laguna, I would only have the Mercedes and this Volvo to use. And I think personally that would probably be a good thing to have. It's just with it being the hatchback, the saloon, it's just no good. So enough waffle about that. If anybody's interested, let us know, drop us a message. I shall go inside, there's a lot of work going on, so there might be a bit of noise, and we'll go around of what's booked in for the day. It's not a great deal, we'll get that out the way with, and I've got a few jobs I want to get on with myself on my own cars. So we'll spin it round. I've got this Insignia in, just for a basic service, oil and filter and air filter. I'll show you a few little things to look out for on these. These arms at the back, I've greased them up because they actually rot through. And when they rot through, you'll find when you're driving along at 60, 70 mile an hour, your back wheel decides to actually steers. It'll cause a serious accident actually. So if you've got an Insignia, get underneath and grease these arms. But you can buy them from Vauxhall relatively cheap, and they're not a bad job to do. I'm sure there's companies on eBay sell genuine Vauxhall ones for next to nothing. Get yourself a pair and get your local garage just to change them. If your car's any much older than 10 years, get a new set and get them greased up off. They're looking good, Nick. Grease them. Electronic handbrakes on these. The unit's up there. Get some kind of WD-40 or waterproofing stuff on them, because a lot of water gets in them plugs. And that's it really. Underneath wise, they're not too bad. These under trays on them can take hits and that, so this one's been repaired as it's had a bit of damage done. And the only other thing is with these, the engines in them, the 2 litre Fiat engines are like the 2 litre CDTIs fitted in the Insignia and the Astra. They've got a terrible problem in the sump where there's an O-ring on the oil pickup pipe leaks and starves the top of the engine of oil. So if you ever have one of these with this engine in, if you start them up in the morning and your oil light comes on, get it into a garage immediately, because you will knock the engine on them. So the first signs are the odd little oil pressure warning light coming on, and they're the earliest signs you'll get before it's damaged, where it needs a whole new engine basically. Obviously greased up the tank straps, done all the brake pipes as we do, like I've showed on all them, all our servicing that we do. Handbrake levers freed off and greased, as well as the servicing work. This is a Passat. These are a nightmare with two front springs on them. Probably one of the worst. As you can see there, we've saved the old drop link, so we're keeping that one on, saved the customer a bit of money. Brand new spring, brand new strut top bearing, you can't see it in a new shocker. I'll show you the old one over here. We had to do a temporary repair on it for the guy just to get the car down to it. Just 2 really thick cable ties, that keeps them in place, just to limp the car into the garage. But as you can see, it would have been pointless reusing that shocker. It was all corroded, and that's your strut top bearing there. As you can see again, would be pointless reusing that. So that's been changed. Not a good idea leaning that on top of a battery. So that's that. But I just wanted to show you with these why they're so bad. Is you've got a metal shocker which goes into an aluminium hub. Obviously you can't heat aluminium, you can't hit it too hard if at all. And obviously metal and aluminium, when they're touched together, they cause a reaction which they practically weld themselves together. So, you know, and again, you've got to pull them down an absolute mile. If you look how far they stick through, you've got to get that all the way up through there. And there's a lot of force involved to do that. So they just really are a terrible job to do. So as you can see here, there's 2 coarser shockers. This is the idea here. These are really poor design, and they've been used for years. They're just a shaft. So the shaft goes in. But like so these off a coarser, they're just 2 bolts that hold them in. Like that. So all you do with that is just take 2 nut and bolts out and job done. With these, you're wrestling, brain, they're just an awful job and a very poor design to do. And I personally can't see any benefit to having a system like that, I really can't see any other point other than purely just being awkward. So, there you go. There's your German technology for you. So, that's that done. Getting that one built up, and we're going to hopefully get a few cars moved around. I need to drop a few cars off. Can't see with this sun. So there we go. Nice short one today. I'll keep it at 10 minutes. Just let it, like I said, this weekend, I'm not sure what we're doing. We haven't even made any plans whatsoever. We were supposed to be going out for a meal, but we've left it too late, and I don't think we'll get a table anywhere, with it being Valentine's Day Monday, isn't it? I think Monday. So yeah, I'll leave that there. You guys, let us know how your week's been. Let us know what you've got planned over the weekend. I've got a few videos I'm going to upload over the weekend, which I've recorded this week on my various projects. So like I've said, any interest in the Volvo, let us know. Send us a message or whatever. So I'll catch you next week on the weekly vlog. I'll be on Tuesday. See you soon. Bye.